Igawa gasps for breath as she slides down the slick, constricting tunnel of flesh and organs. Slime coats her body as she slips further into the beast's insides. Igawa squirms and writhes within the worm's flesh, fighting for freedom. It's Detroit, like being buried alive in a fleshy debauchery.
What?
It's Detroit.
It's Detroit.
Like being buried alive in a fleshy debauchery. All right. Welcome back, Kaitlyn.
Hello.
So last we left off, you guys entered the entrance hall, and these bodies turned out to be worm fiends. I think I called them zombies in the last episode, either way. And you guys were able to defeat them. I think Homelander's HP is really low.
Super low.
Let me check what his HP is at right now. He has 2 hit points left. Yeah, so let me see how much lay on hands he has, because we might want to tell him to
lay his hands on himself. That's good. I didn't think he can do that.
I don't see why not. I mean, you can touch a creature to restore any number of HP in the pool. It was half for 5 points, so he should have 5 left. Tell him to
heal himself.
Heal himself.
The Dungeon Master's words jolt Homelander from his irritation. He glances down at his battered form, his chest heaving with exertion and singed with blood. 2 hit points. Not ideal, but manageable. He thinks for a moment, his brow furrowed in concentration as he considers his options. With one swift motion, he pulls the Golden Eagle emblem from his chest, holding it up to catch the moonlight streaming through the windows. "My armor serves me well," he declares, his voice echoing through the room. "But my God-given powers are what truly define me." Homelander closes his eyes, drawing on the celestial energy coursing through his veins. He imagines the light enveloping him, healing his wounds, restoring his strength. When he opens his eyes again, he feels rejuvenated, the pain of battle fading away.
All right, that was a really weird and specific way to say that he gained 5 hit points back. Let me go ahead and mark that down. He's at 7 hit points out of 25. Not great. He can still die in one shot. Okay, so you guys have 3 doors here that you can see. I mean, there's 4. You guys came from this way. Where would you guys like to go? Would you like to, I mean, you could probably just, so you could take a vote, but probably you could just convince the party where to go, honestly.
I would like to go into the room with that weird bookshelf-looking thing, because it looks interesting to me.
Okay, so you guys are going to go into the room on the right.
Does anyone else have healing powers?
No.
No? And is this room that we're in like a video game where if I look through drawers I can find healing potions?
Sometimes, but not in this case. No.
Okay.
There's no healing potions.
Then let's go.
You could always do like careful searches of the room and such. You guys are going to go to this door over here, into the library. Let's have you guys actually kind of more position.
Is that girl still with us?
No, she's at the, you left her back up here.
But, okay.
But what?
I thought I was forced to take her with me.
No.
I
I kind of convinced you guys as the DM, not that I'm trying to railroad you guys, but that she's been there for 2 days, hiding under that bed, and she survived. She'll probably survive for couple more hours.
Yeah.
So, you guys have entered into a library. The library is furnished in all black. A massive pendulum clock clatters and hisses along the center of the rear wall. Oh, that must be this.
Oh.
I thought that was a chair. That's a clock. Okay. A book titled Tamerlane and Other Poems, I assume that's that little guy, is open on the reading desk.
Homelander strides into the library, his eyes narrowing as he scans the room. The eerie clicking and hissing of the massive clock sets his nerves on edge. He halts in front of the book lying open on the desk, his brow furrowing. "Tamerlane, huh?" he mutters, glancing over at the others. "What a load. A pretentious tripe." His eyes snap back to the clock, watching the pendulum swinging. Though I doubt that ticking monstrosity is meant to inspire anything but unease, he slams the book shut.
Slam.
So, did you find anything interesting in that book?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
Harry steps cautiously into the library, his senses on high alert. His green eyes are drawn to the strange pendulum clock, its ominous ticking filling the room. He moves to inspect it, trying to quiet the pounding of his heart. Blimey, this whole place gives me the creeps. He mutters under his breath.
What?
Why does he always have a problem?
What? He said, blimey, this whole place gives him the creeps, and he was like, "Bleh."
He did.
Did he, like, belch or something?
As we cautiously enter the library, a chill runs down my spine. The room is bathed in an unsettling darkness, the only light coming from the flickering candles that cast long, ominous shadows on the walls. The massive pendulum clock at the rear ticks away with an eerie consistency, its swinging motion reminding me of a metronome counting down to some unseen doom. "Spread out and search for any clues," I whisper, my voice barely audible over the ticking of the clock. "But stay alert. We don't know what other horrors this manor holds. Let's have the best of us roll investigation."
I agree.
That's a good idea. Alright, so who has the best investigation?
I want to investigate the...
Sure, I am going to have... Yeah, you were here, you're going to do that. But first, let's have you guys roll investigation.
Okay.
I'm going to see who has the best investigation. Homie +1. Harry is +5, so probably going to be Harry. Igawa is +4, it's probably Harry. Kaitlyn, +0.
Yeah.
That's fine. We're going to have Harry roll because he's +5.
Which also makes sense for who I am as a person.
Okay. Let's go ahead and grab a d20 and roll that boy. Natural 20. Wow.
Nice.
There's no stone left unturned by Harry Potter.
Good job, Harry.
Yeah, nothing will not be found.
Tell him I'm very proud of him.
Okay. With that natural 20 roll, you guys find inside of the clock door, Harry specifically, because he was right in front of it. He opens it up, and a swarm of rats that are harmless rush past him. But inside of the clock is a dagger with a bone handle.
Ooh.
Yeah. As Igawa brushes her hands along the bookshelves, a secret passage is revealed.
I knew it.
There it is. Leading to, like, a little staircase.
Yes, Homelander steps forward, eyeing the dagger in Harry's hand. Not bad, kid. Looks like this place is full of secrets, after all. He turns to the revealed passage, his eyes glinting with curiosity. A hidden way out? Or maybe in? He glances back at the group, a smirk tugging at his lips. Well. What shall we uncover next? Shall we venture into the unknown? His gaze lingers on Igawa, his expression unreadable.
Staring at Igawa.
I step closer, peering into the hidden passage with trepidation. The darkness within seems to beckon us, promising secrets both profound and terrible. I glance at Homelander, his smirk both intriguing and unsettling. "We have no choice but to follow this path, wherever it may lead," I say, my voice low and determined. "But we'll need to be on our guard. This manor has already proven itself to be full of deadly surprises."
I agree. Does Harry have the dagger in his possession?
Yes, he does, yeah. One of you guys actually uses a dagger as a weapon, right?
Me!
Yeah.
He should give it to you. You should ask for it.
See what Harry says, though.
Harry grins at Homelander's praise, a flush of pride mixing with the adrenaline still surging through him. "Thanks," he replies, glancing down at the odd bone-handled dagger he revealed. "Let's see what other secrets this place is hiding." He joins Igawa near the bookshelf, peering into the dark passageway it concealed. The gears in his head turn, wondering if it could lead to the source of the undead abominations they faced.
So you do use a...
I mean, he does too.
Well, he uses almost entirely ranged magic. He has cantrips. Oh, you have a scimitar as well.
Yeah.
So the dagger gives a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls, which is really good.
Yeah.
Because think about every one digit is like 5%, so you have a 5% higher chance to hit with that. Yeah. And while you're holding that weapon, you have dark vision to a range of 60 feet.
I would always love a weapon.
Okay, let's ask
Harry.
Let's ask HP if you can borrow that. I'm trying to play D&D, and the animals are here just being pure babies. Alright, I'm going to ask Harry on your behalf.
Be like, hey, yo, Harry, can I have that dagger, please?
Is that it?
It'll look so good with my outfit.
It's shit.
Okay, fine. Yes, that's it.
I'll say it. But why would he give it to you now?
So you don't think he will?
Would real Harry Potter give it to you if you said that?
I don't know.
You've seen Harry Potter.
Yeah, but he seems quirky. He'll do it.
Seems quirky.
Yeah!
Hey, Harry, no. Once you say it, it's done. This is live. And you...
Why can't I have fun? You never let me have fun.
There's having fun, and then there's winning.
Harry Potter glances at Kaitlyn, then down at the dagger in his hand. He likes Kaitlyn, thinks she's funny and clever, but also can't help but feel a bit concerned by her request. The dagger just feels wrong, in a way he can't quite place, tainted somehow. I don't know, Kaitlyn. Harry hedges, turning the dagger over in his palm.
Alright, fine. Harry has it. Alright, so you guys uncovered the secret passage. There is still some other rooms to check, or you guys could go down the secret passage.
Go down the secret passageway.
Okay.
We gotta go into the dungeon, because that's what we needed to do in the beginning, because they were hearing noises and screams down there. And I want to see the worms!
Alright, watch this little special move.
Okay. Whoa! Type
There we
here.
Oh, what was this? Did I accidentally type here?
Okay.
Just ignore that.
Yeah.
Ignore it,
Ignore
viewers! Bloodstained tunnel in the wall, so I assume that's this.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what we're going with, team. So you guys descend into these cellars. In the cellars, casks and bottles of wine are stacked around the damp cellar. Several are just... Two giant worms are feasting on bodies near the center of the room.
I knew there were worms. Oh, there he is!
Here he comes.
Here he comes. Meow, 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 meow.
So we're going to have everybody roll initiative.
Okay.
Because these guys are hostile creatures.
Are they an animal? No.
No. Alright, let's have everyone roll initiative. Igawa rolls 9 plus her score of, I think it's 2. She has an 11.
11.
Igawa, 11. Let's see, this is you, Kaitlyn.
That's me. I blew on it.
You get a 1.
Oh my god! I did not. I did not roll that.
So you got a 2. Homelander, not great. I don't think he gets an initiative bonus. Alright, Harry gets a... What did Harry get? A 12?
Yeah.
Alright. So it's going to go Harry, Igawa, Homelander, you. Let's roll for these monsters. Roll. And roll. A 9 and a 15.
Wow.
Still pretty good.
Still really good.
Homelander recoils from the horrific sight, bile rising in his throat. Those squirming, pulsating masses devouring human flesh. It's nauseating. Well, shit, he mutters, readying his fists. Looks like we've stumbled into the depths of hell itself.
Oh, shit.
He glances around at the others, his jaw set. Let's send these oversized fuckers back to the abyss they crawled out of.
He's throwing out a lot of curse words, Sunday.
Harry Potter's eyes widen in horror as he surveys the macabre scene before them. His stomach churns at the sight of the 2 massive, grotesque worms feasting on the bodies of masquerade goers.
Oh, that's it. Super quick. Okay.
I feel my stomach lurch as we descend into the dank cellar, the stench of decay and stale wine assaulting my senses. Igawa's eyes linger on the thick, pulsing, slimy worms for a while. Undulating and throbbing, Igawa squirms a bit, adjusting her outfit, her cheeks blazing red. Gross. Right? Igawa glances at Kaitlyn to meter her response.
I give Igawa the look of knowing.
Okay. Oh, she goes, gross, right? I mean, this is gross. It would be weird if I didn't think this was gross, am I right?
So all of them are dead.
Yeah, there's 12 dead bodies.
And so how much how much life force does the worms have?
You don't get to know that.
Ever?
Well, you can guess, like,
Yeah.
so, like, a strategy
Yeah.
in D&D is, like, if you attack and you're like, oh, they took 10 damage before they died, took 11 damage before they died.
Okay.
Igawa manages to compose herself and refocuses back on the situation at hand. The massive monstrous worms feasting on the bodies twist Igawa insides in confusion and excitement she didn't feel before. Igawa clears her throat, adjusting her breasts as she speaks. Those worms, they're not natural. We need to put them down, quickly. Igawa readies her blade, grip firm on the hilt as she steps forward towards the monstrous creatures.
She is a thirsty person.
She is thirsty.
She's
But I understand Igawa. No.
undulating, I think was the term she used.
She did. Okay.
Let me go ahead and pull up the character sheet for this worm. This pulsating, thick, undulating worm. Alright.
Can we do a investigation of the worms so we know more about them before we start fighting?
You could try. Alright, so the worm has quite a big movement speed. 5, 10, 15, 20. It's going to move towards the closest target, which is you.
No.
Typically with lesser intelligent beasts, I just have them move towards the thing that's closest to them. It is going to attempt to bite you. Alright, so he's going to use the bite action against you. There's like a whole paragraph here for the bite thing, so one second. Let me, guess what?
Are they bigger?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah. So they're actually here. They're large creatures.
Oh no.
So he's going to try to bite you.
Okay.
That's a +6 to hit. He's going to roll, he'll just roll your dice against you. It's 5 + 6 is 11. That is a miss against your AC.
Oh god, thank god.
Yeah, so you got lucky there.
Woo. Harry, protect Homelander.
So next is going to be Harry's turn. Let's go ahead and pull up their little battle AIs, which are separate AIs here. And I'm going to take a moment to describe the battlefield to them, which is going to be kind of complex, so we'll see how they figure it out.
Harry takes a moment to assess the scene, eyes narrowed as he considers the positioning of the monstrous worms. Noticing how they each occupy significant space, he decides to aim his attack carefully, hoping to slow down one of the creatures before it can close in on his allies. He lifts his wand, focusing on the red worm. With a determined flick of his wrist, he casts Ray of Frost, aiming to send a freezing beam toward the creature's side in an attempt to hinder its movements.
Alright, cool. That's a hit. He hits it with Ray of Frost for 1d8 damage.
Does he know he has other spells, or is that just his spell?
He seems to be really focused on that because it slows the enemy down.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And he does just 5 damage.
Nice.
Cool, so 5 damage to the red worm. I'm going to go ahead and mark how much damage these little guys have.
Igawa assesses the battlefield, noting the positions of the red and gray worms. To maximize her effectiveness and maintain a safe distance, she decides to reposition. She moves 4 squares to the right, her athletic form moving with calculated precision. Each step is deliberate, ensuring she remains in an optimal position for her ranged attack. Once in position, Igawa steadies herself, her teal eyes locking onto the red worm. With practiced accuracy, she draws her short bow, the tension in the string steady as she takes aim. She releases the arrow, watching it soar towards the target with unwavering focus.
That's a hit. Very nice. And she is going to roll a 1d6 plus 2. 6 damage. Nice. So he is at 11 damage. That's very good. Good start. 11d.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're going to go on to the other worm's turn. It's going to, I imagine like these are like the guys from Tremors, and like they sense the movement. So he's going to go like to Igawa.
Okay.
And be like,
what up, bro?
He's going to go ahead and roll his d20. And he misses. She's too nimble and athletic, even with those J-cups swinging around. Good job, Igawa. Homelander, it's your turn. Let's go ahead and explain the battlefield to Homelander. I think I'll add a little thing here, too, that like has like a turn counter.
Since the red worm already has some damage on it and is within range, I'll engage it to try to finish it off. Move up 5 feet closer to the red worm. Attack with mace on the red worm. Homelander charges forward with determination, raising his mace to strike down the red worm, aiming to bring it closer to defeat.
I almost interrupted him here. Well, that's a hit. Good job. So he hits and deals 1d6 plus 6. He's not using a lot of his powers. 11 damage. Wow. That's very nice. It is at 22 damage.
Oh my god, it still has damage!
It looks like it's about to die.
Okay. My turn.
It is your turn.
I am going to I'm going double
attack?
double attack.
Okay, so we're going to have you swing. We're going to have you swing with your scimitar. That's a bit of a tongue twister, really. So you swing at the red worm with your scimitar. A hit.
Yeah.
And you deal 1d6 plus 1 damage.
So that's 7.
You kill it.
Yeah, finally!
One worm is dead. Just throw him out of here. Alright, wow. So, you guys killed a red worm very quickly, which is good. Because these guys could really fuck you up.
Yes, they can.
Okay.
And so now I'm done. So, or can I move towards Igawa now?
You can move towards Igawa if you want.
Just a little bit closer to her, but not too close to where it's going to attack me first.
What square do you want to be on?
Below Igawa?
That square?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Oh, shit.
Igawa, here I come, honey. I mean, yeah.
Move all that down slightly. Alright, so now we are on turn 2. Let me go ahead and mark that. As turn 2 begins, a little fella runs out of this little hole.
When you say little fella, like a person or a worm?
A little person.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if I can get a little person here. I'm just going to do this little guy. There he is. He's like, tee-hee, tee-hee. Oh, look, he does like a little running thing.
That's
if you
so cute.
move it. That's really cool.
That's really cool.
Really neat. And gentleman that climbs out of the hole appears roughly in his 20s and has short black hair and vivid blue eyes. He is constantly flinching and slapping at his own ears and muttering to himself. Let's go and continue with combat. It is turn 2. It is Harry's turn. Let me go ahead and describe the battlefield to Harry and let him know that this little gentleman has come down.
Harry considers his options, taking note of the worm's location. With a flick of his wand, he raises his voice, focusing intently on the grey worm. He casts Ray of Frost again, hoping to hit the creature and slow its movement, making it easier for his team to take it down.
Alright, fantastic. That's a +5 to hit. Let's go ahead and roll for Harry. Come on, 20.
Let's go.
Nope, that's a miss. Yeah, 2 plus 5 is 7. That's a miss. So now it's Igawa's turn. I'm going to go ahead and describe to her the battlefield.
Igawa will strike with her blade at the worm directly in front of her.
Okay.
She stuttered a little bit, but sure.
Okay.
She'll strike at the worm directly in front of her. Let's do it. It's an 11. She gets a bonus +4. That's 15. That's a hit. 1d6 plus 2 damage. Now, by the way... damn it, that's annoying. Now, by the way, if you were to have been next to the worm, you would have given her advantage, and you could have told her to use sneak attack.
But I didn't want to die right away, because you know that one time
That's
I
fair.
almost died by chickens?
Sure, that's fair. I'm just giving you 2 options.
Members, yeah.
Alright, so that worm has 3 damage on it. Now it is the worm's turn. The worm is going to attack Igawa. This is such a huge bonus to hit. +6 to hit. Wow, that's definitely a hit.
Yeah.
So, that's going to deal 1d10 plus 4 damage. This is a d10. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, roll. Alright, so she's going to take 8 damage. Oh, Jesus, she has 1 hit point left. And she has to make a dexterity saving throw, or she gets consumed by the worm.
No!
So she has to make a DC 11 dexterity saving throw. Let's see what she gets. 6. Oh, what's her bonus? Oh god, I got some boar stuff going on here. 6 plus 2, so she gets swallowed by the worm.
Oh my god! Oh god!
Okay, so let me get a response from Igawa real quick. Hang on.
Igawa lets out a muffled scream as she is suddenly engulfed in the grotesque worm's gaping maw. The fleshy, muscular, tubular throat squeezes around her body, propelling her downward into the dark, pulsating confines of the creature's body. Igawa gasps for breath as she slides down the slick, constricting tunnel of flesh and organs. Slime coats her body as she slips further into the beast's insides. Igawa squirms and writhes within the worm's flesh, fighting for freedom. It's Detroit, like being buried alive in a fleshy debauchery.
What?
It's Detroit.
It's Detroit.
Like being buried alive in a fleshy debauchery. Can I just ask her what that means? I usually don't, take a moment what that means, but I'm curious. why Detroit? It's Detroit, like being very...
Yeah.
Why is she talking about Detroit? I'm going to just ask for clarification, because I'm really curious, and I'm sure our viewers are too. She could have made that way more war hentai-like if she wanted to. I mean, she kind of... She lingers on it a little bit. She's very descriptive. I'm sure there's somebody who could utilize that.
The phrase is a metaphor suggesting that being trapped inside the giant worm feels like being stuck in a dirty, grimy place filled with sleazy, formidable sensations akin to the underbelly of Detroit. Igawa finds herself in a tight, miserable situation, akin to being trapped in a dimly lit, filthy alleyway or abandoned warehouse in inner-city Detroit, surrounded by elements that are disturbing yet strangely alluring, like mysterious dark corners littered with unwanted detritus or grotesquely fascinating monstrosities.
What? Why the bad rap on Detroit?
Yeah.
Also, what monstrosities are in Detroit's dark corners?